what I wanna do, then I'ma get a business too.
You could bet that, never gotta sweat that.
Hey nail babes, welcome back to the channel, or welcome for those who are new. Today we're going to be doing a nail hack, one of my favorites. This is the hack that I've always used for my non-dominant hand. Sometimes I like to do it the regular way, and when I'm not feeling it, like when I'm just having a lazy nail day, I'll do it this way. So in my last video I mentioned this method, so I decided to go ahead and show you. This is the video that I already had pre-recorded, so it worked out perfectly. First things first, you want to measure out all your tips. I like to wear my nails a little bit longer, and then my thumbs, I cut them down a little bit shorter. So I just sized them up to my other hand. Now it's always best to cut them a little bit longer first, because you don't want to accidentally make these nails on your other hand shorter. Then, you don't want to have one hand shorter than the other. So it's just best to make them a little longer at first, and then you can cut them down later on. I like this method best for ombre nails and solid color nails, because you'll see why. Basically, this is the entire tip of the nail that's going to be glued to your natural nail bed. And then that means that the only things left is for you to fill in the cuticle area. So it's just perfect for those who may not be able to work with their non-dominant hand just yet, or are still practicing, or you haven't quite gotten a liquid to powder ratio together. Maybe you need a little bit more help controlling the product. No matter the reason, this is a perfect way to get the job done. Today I'm using a glitter that I mixed a long time ago. It was just some holographic glitter mixed with some clear. I chose to leave the first nail in real time, just so you can see how long it takes to do the application if you move slow like me. Today I'm using some tips that I got from Too Cute Nail Supply a while back. These were the 6XL tips, the collaboration with Kiki Nailed It. They are no longer in stock at the moment, but hopefully they bring them back, because they're really, really long and they are one of my favorites. So all I did was cut the top part off, because they are full cover tips. I found these little nail adhesive bandages on Amazon, and I decided to pull it out because this is perfect when working with press-on nails. Basically, you just wrap it up around your nail, and just that easily, you just cut the little end off and it sticks by itself. And it protects your nails from getting any product on them, and it also helps you to not end up filing your own nails while working. I'm using a large nail brush, and I'm just taking a large bead of acrylic to bring this product down the nail. I like to do these on the thinner side, because I do go in and encapsulate just a little bit once the nails are finished. So they don't need to be super thick at first. I just want to make sure that I have a full coverage on the whole nail tip. These nail tips are also pretty thick, so you don't really need to build a structure. As I'm working, I just like to check all the sides of the nail to make sure I'm not missing any gaps or anything. So you'll see me flipping the nail around and checking each side to make sure everything's good. So I'm just looking at it from this angle, and then I'm gonna look at it from the other angle. And I think on this one, I noticed that there was like a slight space on the side that I wanted a little bit more glitter. So I went ahead and took a small bead of acrylic and just filled in that space. Once I'm completely finished with the application, I'm just going to clean up my sidewalls and sit the nail down and wait for them to dry. That usually only takes about 3 to 4 minutes. Now that all the nails are dry, I'm just going through and taking each nail off the press-on stands one by one, and taking off the little sticky piece that I use to hold the nails in place. once I have all the nail tips ready, I'm just gonna take some KDX glue and just stick them right on. This is by far the fastest way to do your nails, like, ever, okay? Here you just see me sizing up my thumbs just to make sure it's kind of accurate. But again, I'm not gonna do any shaping until the end. I'm not gonna cut them down until the end. Now that I have on all my nail tips, time to move on to the fun part. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my nails. If you wanna use your dehydrator, now's the time. You wanna use your dehydrator first and then your primer. But I just recently stopped using a dehydrator. I just go right in with my primer. So sometimes I just take a little bead of acrylic in my dominant hand and I'll put the brush in my non-dominant hand. But then as I get more comfortable with doing my nails as time moves along, I'll just go ahead and start picking up beads with my non-dominant hand. It's just like a little bit of practice. Like once you get used to it, it's okay. But at first it might feel a little bit more comfortable to kind of switch hands back and forth for certain things. I'm just gonna take my time and fill in the cuticle area for each finger. And it's really cool because you really only have to use 1 to 2 beads of acrylic for each nail, depending on how thick you want it. Now on these nails, I feel like I really could have added another layer, only because I did not blend these tips in with the natural nails. And again, these tips are naturally thick because you have to cut off the, what's it called? The top part of the full cover tip in order to use these as half, regular half tips. So because it's so thick and I didn't blend it, you could still kind of see the line, but it didn't matter because I was gonna just put charms on top of these anyways. But if you want like the more opaque look and you're using a clear acrylic like I am, then you do want to go ahead and use a couple more beads. I'm gonna let you go ahead and watch the application portion for this, and I'll be back when it's time for encapsulation. Now that I have everything all filled in, I'm just gonna go ahead and encapsulate these nails. I'm not gonna be encapsulating the full nail because it's not really necessary for this. The acrylic that I'm using is pretty much made out of clear. So I'm really only just filling in the cuticle area. Everything working with this design is just gonna be the cuticle area. The only thing I'm doing is cuticle area because just to have like a little structure just to make sure my nails don't break. But it's not really necessary because there's no ombre going on. There's no other colors. It's just this. So right after this, I'm gonna go right ahead and shape up these nails. So I will be right back. This is what the nails are looking like so far. They look nice and snatched. Okay, they are. This hand is extremely long. This is way longer than my other hand. But again, remember I said it's okay because I'm just gonna go in and size up these nails and just trim them down to fit my other hand. Okay, so I got everything and pretty much as even, as even as I needed them to be. I don't know if it's perfect, but it looked okay to me. So I'm just going in with my 8080 grit hand file and I'm just doing a quick little reshaping on these. I didn't do too bad with going outside of the lines, so I didn't have to shape too much. And for this set, I'm just using my sanding band again to blend the cuticle area. And I just make sure I never forget this step because, honey, working with your non-dominant hand, you are for sure gonna get some spillage if you're not like a pro at it. I know I'm not. I decided to go ahead and leave this portion like a little ASMR. The nails are now nice and clean. Here's where you can see what I was talking about, that little line of demarcation. But it's okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and throw some top coat on these nails and then I'm gonna get right into the design portion. These nails was really simple. I just added some pearls and some little charms. I didn't add any bling bling in this set. Once I was finished top coating these nails, I just went ahead and cured them in the lamp for 60 seconds. Don't mind my little ashy fingers, honey. I stay ashy while I'm doing my nails, but it's okay. I'm gonna get them all nice and lotioned up at the end, girl. Now these nails are nice and shiny, and now I'm just giving you a little close-up to see how they look when they're all nice and shiny. I think I did a pretty good job at getting these nails pretty even, girl. They looking like they right. As you can see, the hand that's already done is pretty basic, so it's not going to be much different for this hand. So if you want to go ahead and watch the design portion, feel free. And that's going to be the last and final part of this video. Let me know down below how you enjoyed watching this one, and if you would like me to show you more nail hacks on this channel. Also, I want to kind of see how many of y'all are long nail girlies, because that's pretty much all I post is long nails. And I want to know how many of the people who view my videos actually wear nails as long as me, or if you wear nails longer than me. Let me know, girl. Check in. If you wear long nails, drop a nail emoji. And make sure you like and subscribe. And make sure you turn on your post notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And that's all for now. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
You could bet that, never gotta sweat that. You could bet that, never gotta sweat that. You could bet.